It's time for today's Is This Anything with our friends at WIBC, Hammer and Nigel, joining us from the Hammer and Nigel Show. Guys, longtime host of Wheel of Fortune, Pat Sajak, is retiring. He confirmed the news in a tweet saying, well, the time has come. I've decided that our 41st season, which begins in September, will be my last. Is this anything?
Yes, this is something. This is one of the guys on the Mount Rushmore of game show hosts, right?
Yep.
Pat Sajak, 41-year run at the Wheel of Fortune. Like, I know they have other syndicated versions where they've brought in other hosts, but it's hard to imagine the Wheel of Fortune without Pat Sajak and Vanna White. That's just who it is. And I'm kind of like that with Jeopardy, too. I haven't warmed up to Blossom hosting it and Ken Jennings hosting it, because to me, Alex Trebek just set the bar so high, it's going to be hard for anybody to do better than that. So the show will go on, but it just won't be the same. This is an amazing run. So who is on the Mount Rushmore of game show
Family
hosts?
Feud guy, the original. Right?
Richard Dawson, making out with chicks, making people laugh. It was a different time back then.
Yeah, sure
Alex
was.
Trebek, Pat Sajak,
Can't think of
Bob Barker?
Bob Eubanks. Bob Barker, thank you.
Barker.
Bob Barker. That's it.
That's it.
That's the list right there.
They did a surprisingly good job with Drew Carey taking over that show, The Price is Right. I mean, you still don't forget about Bob Barker, obviously, but that was a big splash, big name. You feel like they have to do something similar with Wheel of Fortune, bring somebody big in, but...
Right. Bob Barker was such an awesome dude. Like, there was a chance nobody would win a prize at the end. If both people bet over the showcase, he'd say, both of you lose. Make sure you cut the junk off of your dogs. Good night, everybody. And everybody loved it.
Yeah, he didn't care. He wasn't there for you to win. He was trying to make sure the price was right. Yeah.
And I would say that Pat Sajak probably had the easiest gig in show business. He would tape like several episodes during 1 week out of the month and then take the rest of the month off. And that was it.
Get paid big bucks to do it.
Huge money.
Read his book. It's fantastic. He kind of talks through his years of suffering through alcoholism and things and still hosting that show. And he's just a very interesting human. So anyway, be sad to see him go.
Right.
Guys, dead fish are washing up along Quintana Beach near Freeport in Texas. Beachgoers may have observed a starlight sight along the coastlines, possibly thousands of dead fish washing up on the sand. Is this anything?
Hammer, look at this footage. The smell alone.
Yikes.
It's got to be awful there along the Texas Gulf Coast. Good Lord. Now, what people need to realize, unfortunately, it's, you think somebody like poisoned the ocean or something. That is not the case. What happens here with these fish kills, they're pretty common, especially in the summer months when the temperature increases and there's not enough oxygen in the water. The fish can't breathe. It's called low dissolved oxygen in many cases. It's a natural occurrence. What's worse is the red tide. I don't know if you've ever been down to Florida during red tide. It's not only that red algae that you breathe in and it tastes like you're inhaling pepper spray, but there's dead fish all over the place as well. Yeah. We went to Florida a couple of years ago with the red tide. We couldn't even sit at the beach tiki bar for more than an hour because the red tide was.
It burns your eyes. Oh, it stings.
It's like being sprayed in the face with pepper spray. So yeah, this is something, but unfortunately, it's a natural occurrence.
Nothing ruins a good vacation like dead fish and red tide. Right. Every time. Guys, thank you as always. More All Indiana next.